Guys, you wouldn't believe what just happened to me. Alright, so I was trying to record a video, and like weeks ago, and suddenly aliens everywhere, and I had to save the whole freaking world, so it took weeks, months, and I apologize, but you know, you'd be all dead if it wasn't for me, so thank God I did that instead of recording, or else who knows what the world would be like right now. Alright, we were presenting SL9 stuff to the cough-up queen. Here's a crime photo, yay. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? And climbed the chain-link fence in an effort to stop the murder? That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. Da-da. That time. Well, let's present some more stuff. What do you think about this? SL9 incident. On that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? You have to present both of those things to her, or else this option will not come up, and you will be sitting there flabbergasted for about a year. That's when I learned the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? 2 years ago was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not even a little. What? But the criminal was executed, right? Evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Officer Jake Marshall. He's on security detail in the police department, isn't he? Let's talk about Detective Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I came here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when the detectives on the case have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Really? Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were, nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright. Perhaps we should go find Officer Marshall. At the police. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed in their own department. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. Just like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. You're kind of messed up, aren't you, kid? Alright. Let's go into the security guard office. Either way, I'm pretty sure we go here first. I don't exactly remember, but let's find out. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh, what's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. Shut up, Phoenix. What I want to know is if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who this guard is already. No, really. Okay, so I don't think we can actually do anything here. Besides examine some cactus. Video feed from the evidence room. There's a light blinking below on it. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here. You could, but we're not going to for some reason, because that would be wrong. Looks like there's a video feed from... Oh, it's the same freaking thing. Okay, why don't we then? Why don't we just sneak it? Why is there a lasso down here? Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Can we get in the door? I don't think so. We could use Goodman's ID. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there first. Oh, fine. We'll go frickin' sign someone. I wonder if we can do this now. Can we... Hold on. Probably won't mean anything, but... Let's see if we can do this now. Nope, we can't. We'll see that later. Something special about that cactus. There's blood on it. Blah, blah, blah. I just did that. You'll see. It's pretty fancy. Alright, so let's go to Criminal Affairs Department. We do have to go there first. This place was charged with frantic energy as always. Please? Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, pal? Yes, I understand blah blah, this happened in the case, the trial, I don't care. And Edgeworth was all like, what? And Gant was all like, what? We got one. We got a suspect, man. And everyone was like, what? It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Staying right here talking isn't going to fill my belly. But wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Oh no, don't tell me. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Well, hell, wait, how about... Can we give him the steak yet? No. Of course not. Alright. Well, let's just go to the detention center and see what poor guy they have in the detention center. It's an interesting one, by the way. Not at all expected. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Yes, Meekins, who was trying to give Edgeworth the special documents, and Edgeworth was all like, get the fuck out. And then, Meekins was all sad, and Edgeworth got in trouble for it, so he deserved it. The douche. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You... Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Yes, Meekins is their perpetrator. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir, sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard office in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. But Marshall? No, you couldn't tell by the cacti, could you? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir! A suspicious person! Yeah! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Skye. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. And your hand, that happened when Detective Goodman was stabbed? Oh, whoops, I should have hit victim. Oh well. Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Yeah, I kind of messed it up there. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as prosecutor or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Yeah, I forget. Do I have to present you things? I don't remember. I don't think I do, but I'll see why it would hurt. I really don't remember. It's really annoying. Maybe the ID? Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card. The card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing! I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Yay, lucky me. I chose correctly. So, talk about crime details again. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. In my own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Ooh, Emma's gonna do some deducing. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, who we met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to swamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on the tape. And you wait until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Alright, running out of time a bit here. I suppose I'll head on over to the Criminal Affairs Department. Well, no, that's not what I was doing. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the head of Detective's desk. It's Chief Gant. Are you sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked the drawers, the lockers, the garbage cans, the coat pockets, the pillowcases behind the computer monitors, the coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yeah, yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The head detective looks a little flustered. Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Because of his frickin' creepy-ass organ music, that's why. Yeah, we'll stop here, why not? The next time, talk to Gant and maybe go check up on the evidence room. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with less aliens and delays. Okay, bye.